No, French onion is better.
No.
French onion is the best.
There's nothing better than original of any type of chip.
That's not true.
Yeah.
That is not. Very nacho is better Dorito than original nacho cheese.
Well, Doritos aren't good.
Doritos are amazing. Okay, so last time we played, you guys finally made it to Sacramento after stopping in Davis. Getting some bracers that were delivered to you later. From between Davis and Sacramento, there was a weird fog that had just popped up overnight-ish. You made your way through. Right before you went in the fog, you noticed that the stone that was guiding you the whole time stopped working. It wasn't lighting up no matter which direction you took. Robin flew up over the fog to see that it was a good 30 miles or so of fog. You made it through in a couple of days. You made it to Sacramento. You made it to his temple of origin and stayed the night while Caius went to his own temple. And that is where you guys are this morning.
Did the orb start working once we got through the fog?
It was before that.
No, did it start working again once we got through the fog?
Oh,
I'm not
check it. Check the stone to see if it was.
Nope, it has not started working again.
Okay, so get up, fuck myself, do my communing.
Do we look for the guy?
Well, first we should probably reach out to Caius.
Oh, he's
So
on
I'm
TikTok.
gonna go ahead and see if he's on
I
communication.
think his temple's probably more than 500 foot away.
It's worth a shot. Caius, you there?
You do not hear anything.
Okay.
He's asleep.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, so I think first thing we should do is go meet up with Caius and then see if we can get some information about
The person that's holding the
Yeah.
orb.
I feel like Kais is going to pray for a little bit at his temple.
Sure.
And since we're here at Robin's temple,
We may
Yeah,
as
I might as well.
inquire.
maybe
Yeah,
Robin
absolutely.
can do some inquiries for us.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pray first.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We all go- we all
So,
go
a
through
little bit of
exactly.
information about where you are right now. You are at the Temple of Desna. The temple part isn't huge. It's a moderate, holds 60 to 70 people, maybe. The rest of it's more of a campus, really, and it's like a big youth hostel.
Okay.
Desna is the goddess of travelers. And so, it's right on the river. And it's basically, you go there, you stay a couple of days, you leave a donation. It's like a way station for travelers and people like that. They leave, they go into the temple, they pray to Desna, they leave an offering for safe travel, and then they move on. Nobody actually stays there except the people who live there. Sean, you know the three elders of the temple, which are pretty much the caretakers of the temple. The first's name is Falcor. I'm gonna have to look up the whole email now. Damn it. So stupid. Should have had that done. He is a tall, slender elf with long white hair and a short white goatee. You know about elves, they don't have a lot of facial hair, so he's really old to have at least even that much. There we go. Why did it do that? Why did it do that? Come on. There we go. The second one's name is Lena. She's a dwarf about 4 feet tall. She wears a habit almost, it's more of a scarf. You really don't see most of her hair except for the long braids that come out the back. She's getting on in years. She's not old for dwarves, but you can see some streaks of gray in her orange hair. She is very matronly. She rules this place with an iron fist, basically. She makes sure that people get in, get out, don't cause trouble. And to that effect, she actually leans on the third member, whose name is Edric. He's a half-orc, about 7 feet tall. He's very large, but he's very quiet, very patient, and very, I want to say delicate. He knows how strong he is, so he takes things very slowly. But if he's called to defend, he is all over it and nobody
He's
wants to
gonna
deal
wreck
with him. There's not a lot bad that happens in this place because of him. Because they see him walking around and they're like, no, we don't want to deal with that.
Okay.
And as you wake up, Edric is actually standing outside of your door, outside of your cell.
Go up and greet Edric. Edric or Eldrick?
Edric.
Edric. Hello. I'm back.
Welcome back.
I took care of the orb situation in San Francisco. Well, partially.
That's why I'm here. The
Yeah.
others would like to speak with you as well.
Okay, I figured. A debriefing. So follow him to
Okay.
meet with the others. I'm guessing Lena and Falcor are just like waiting.
Yeah, there's offices and stuff. You know, it's not just people in and out. It's money and keeping up and stuff like that. So there is an office. Falcor is sitting behind the desk. You've been here before for chores, for discipline. You've been in and out of this office a lot. You know it pretty well. Yeah.
Who would have thought?
They basically raised you.
Yeah, they know me.
So you've been in and out of this office, and it's not always good. It's not always bad. But he is sitting behind his desk with his hands folded, his chin resting on them. Lena is sitting in a chair next to him on the side, and they motion for you to sit down. Edric doesn't usually sit very often. He just stands kind of to the side next to a bookcase.
Okay. Hello. I'm back. Blessed Desna.
So how did it go?
So, apparently there was orbs in San Francisco that were being corrupted by... What was this guy named?
Corval.
Corval.
We've forgotten.
Forgot her name. Don't give me important information. This guy Corval, sorry, I was talking to my team in the ear. My team would
No,
work
I'm
out.
just gonna mumble to you into your ear while you're trying to have this conversation.
Well, I'm
It's
having
really
a
funny
very
to just mumble with you in your ear
good
while you're
team
doing
that
this.
helped me purify most of the orbs. All there. We have lost one, which we know headed up towards this direction. We need to find it, but we don't know where.
One companion?
One orb.
Oh.
It's like, I don't know if it's a fake or a real. Is it a fake or real orb?
It's a real one.
It's a
as
real
far as we
orb,
know.
and then we've been tracking it here.
Stop using your lifelines.
Not lifelines. I'm literally having a conversation. Sorry. But we need to figure out where it is and how to, but we don't know how to track it. The rock that we were using that was tracking its location isn't charged anymore, or it's not working, which may mean that it's here.
May I see it?
Yeah.
You hand it over, and he kind of looks at it and hands it to Lena. And she kind of puts it in her hand and concentrates and looks down at it. Yeah, there's still magic on this. I don't know why it wouldn't be working unless somebody is blocking it.
That could be it. The wizards that I've been dealing with, Horrible, have been really dark wizards, and they've been, like, very powerful. That might be it.
Yeah, and to hear that something like that is here is a big problem. Do you know anything else about who may have taken the orb, or where it was going, or why it's coming here?
Do you guys remember where the orb was going? Do we know anything about that?
We know it was coming up to Sacramento.
We don't.
Oh shit. Yes, we do.
Hold, please.
There was some crest that we saw that the guy was holding on to.
Can we draw it?
No, you wrote it down now.
It was a while back.
It was a while back. Wait, was it the Jackal crest?
It might have been.
Like the crest with the scythe?
No, that's not it.
Can you tell them about that crest?
Oh. Well, let me remind myself about this.
So when we killed,
Butterfly. Oh, that was in my vision with the butterfly. Because Desna is a butterfly. Look at me doing research.
Was it the Bane Mouse?
I had a vision at one point in time on my journey which had a crest of scythe. The bringer of death. Was that what it? Bringer Lord of Plagues.
pestilence.
Well, there's no one with that crest in this city, hopefully.
Ebon Feather.
It was Ebon Feather was the
Was it
the
the house we were going to?
Yeah.
Ebon Feather?
The Ebon Feathers. Really?
Yes.
Well, that might be a lot more difficult than I expected.
What's that?
Well, you do remember that the Ebon Feathers are kind of one of the major houses in the city. They're not going to be easy to get to. If you can even get, like, any information on, like, if they have it.
Do they need anything done for them? That we could earn favor with them?
I would not know anything about that.
We'd have to ask them. Or
Right.
someone in their realm. Or
Yeah,
circle of friends.
Yeah, we're not too involved in politics.
I mean, it makes sense. Keep separation of church.
Yeah.
and state.
You might. Well, you might pray on it, but
And hope that
because
doesn't
I know
guide
I
me.
will.
And hope that doesn't guide me.
She will show you the way if it's meant to be. She also helps those who help themselves.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Gay, true, neutral.
Well, that's extremely deserving. Do you know what this orb does? Is it going to destroy anything or harm anyone?
If the orb is corrupted, it will harm the environment that it surrounds, which is what I've seen from the past. When purified, it can protect, but the people that are in possession of it right now seem like they would want to corrupt it.
It's also a great source of power in general that can be used to.
If the Lord of Pestilence and these Ebon Feathers are in league with each other, then yes, it's definitely for destruction. Unfortunately, I don't have any advice to give you except to pray. Other than that, stay safe and be careful. The Ebon Feathers are very powerful in this city. You do not want to cross them.
Okay.
But
do they have a rival family?
they do, as a matter of fact.
Who's a rival family?
The Dunharks?
The Dunharks?
Yes. And you
If
can
anyone
find
would
them.
know their weakness, it would be the rival family. Wouldn't it?
It might be. I don't know. The Ebon Feathers are very secretive. They don't. They are politicians. They are in public, but they don't talk about themselves that much.
Okay.
If that makes any sense, they're very heavy-handed in a lot of things, a lot of businesses around the city, and people know not to cross them.
Okay.
If there's anything else, you might ask the Dunharks.
Yeah.
They're across the river. They're in charge of trade on the river.
Okay.
So, other than that, is there anything else that we need to know to keep ourselves safe?
I mean, the only thing I could think of is to purify the orbs. Do you guys know anything that they would need to know? Because I can't think of anything to keep them safe besides finding the orb as fast as possible.
Keep a notice for corruption because it emanates from the source of the.
Oh,
It emanates from
wait.
the source of
Do
the
you know
orb.
anything about the fog outside the city?
No.
There's
No, we don't. We've heard about it.
There's a fog that just like
It just
you
showed
get
up about a couple
completely
days
lost
ago.
in. Yeah,
Yeah, and we don't know where it came from at all.
that might be a sign of corruption.
It might be. I mean, was there anything odd about the fog besides
There
it
was,
just being fog?
Skeletons being controlled by pink slimy things that look gross.
Oh. Yeah, that's definitely a
That definitely
concern.
sounds like corruption and undead.
Yeah, I
situation.
will notify our travelers to be wary of the fog.
Like a protection from evil for a lot of people. Or
Doesn't protects from evil if requested.
Yeah, because it does not seem safe outside the city right now, especially immediately outside the city.
Well, from what you're telling me, it doesn't sound safe inside the city either.
I think Desmond is protecting us a little bit though.
I hope so.
Okay.
Well, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Make yourself at home as long as you'd like. This is your home still.
Oh, thank you.
Go.
That's a Falcor I know and love.
Bye, Daddy. My daddy, mama, daddy too.
Oh.
Okay. Go back up. Did you guys already try and leave for?
No.
No.
Only heard what you asked us questions about.
Okay. So,
Are you still in the same buildings, or are you off to find Caius?
No, I just hung out.
Okay.
We were waiting for him to ask, and then
Okay.
because he was right, because Edric was right outside.
Yeah, he was right there.
So I talked with them and told them about the orbs. I'm with them now.
Yeah.
P-dubs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I told them about the orbs. They don't have any advice on where to find, except for the fact that the ebon feathers that we're looking for, the only thing I know is the rival family is the Dune Harks.
Mm-hmm.
Dune Harks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dune Harks, and they control trade on the river. I feel like that if we're gonna get anything on the ebon feathers, like, we need to talk to someone who's like, you know thy enemy kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone knows anything on the ebon feathers being secretive, as they are, the Dune Harks might. Or we can try a different way, which is like, try and gain favor with the ebon feathers
Yeah.
somehow.
I mean,
What do you guys think?
personally, and I wouldn't go straight to the
I want to go straight there.
The Dune Heart,
Mm-hmm.
you say? I mean, because if we do want to try and talk to Ebon Feathers, and it wouldn't be good to have been seen with their rival family. Maybe we can ask around. It sounds like these people are pretty prominent in the town.
Yeah, but they're also very feared.
Okay. I mean, we're not gonna.
I don't think
be
we're not going to be
them.
insulting, but I don't
No,
think
we can
anyone's going to
ask.
openly talk shit about someone.
That's fine, but we can find out. Just some little bit more information. We'll go ask like the local barkeeps and.
I mean, also two sides of it. Caius is still probably at his temple, and they may have additional information.
true.
Given him,
I'm gonna check
We
on.
should go meet up with Caius.
Oh, are you playing guys today? Speaking of,
I
or are
can.
you playing guys?
It's up to you.
So I had Caius last week. You and me Caius if you want
Hi,
to.
Caius.
That's fine. Just gonna have a nice little rotation going on.
Until we find somebody to either take his place or play something else.
Caius is not an inquisitor.
No.
has several other level 8 characters.
You do?
Oof, Kia. I have a version of Aris.
Whom?
Dominic has actually played before, so I'm just going to make a character real quick. So I just told him to make a level 8 character. He's going to talk to me about it.
What's their biblical skill?
Mm.
Probably this
Is he
weekend.
coming in and taking over Caius, or is he have a new character?
He's going to be a new character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's really hard to come in at 8th level as somebody else's character
Yeah.
with their
Yeah, it
background and
makes
stuff,
sense.
so.
That's fair.
But yeah, he is really excited to play. He just can't be here right now,
I
unfortunately.
understand.
So you go meet up with Caius?
Yes.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
It's about a half an hour walk away.
okay.
It's not the closest
That's
place,
fine.
but it's not far. It's not as close to the river as Desna's temple, but it's a moderate temple. It's clean. It's actually pretty pristine. White marble, gold filigree. You walk in. It's straight line pews all the way down to a large glass window in the back, and a large statue of Sarenrae standing at the other end. A dark-skinned woman with gold robes, bright white wings, and the window behind her is actually made to look like a halo behind her, just emanating out. Wait, who am I talking about?
Caius' temple.
Yeah, no, wrong goddess.
I started to say his temples are usually a little bit more bleak and somber.
Yeah, I was, for some odd reason, I just, like, Sarenrae popped into my head, but it's not, it's Iomide. So, statue at the far end, it is very pristine. It looks like they are militant about cleaning. Everything is simple, but elegant. There is a statue at the far end of a woman wearing silver armor, white wings, and again, the halo behind her. There are a couple of acolytes walking around. And you don't see Caius anywhere.
Okay.
Someone?
Yeah. As Solanas, I go up to. You said that there was a person.
There's acolytes
Yeah.
walking around. Yeah.
I approach an acolyte.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Good evening, or afternoon, or morning even.
Yeah, good morning. We're here. We're a couple of travelers from San Francisco seeking our companion Caius.
Oh yes, yes. He's in his cell right now. He said not to be disturbed for a little bit.
It's not a prison cell. It's a cell.
It's like what you were in.
Yeah, it's a small, simple room.
Why didn't we leave him outside? We knew this was gonna happen.
Okay.
I asked the question.
That's fine. Do you know about how long he said he would like this?
Well, he said he was going to be praying for about a day or so. So
Okay.
I think he was supposed to send a message, but I think he forgot to because he just got here and he went directly to his cell and stayed there all night.
All right. Thank you. Well, if he needs to go and pray, that's fine. We will respect that. When you see him, can you tell him that his companions stop by?
Yeah. Is there any place that he should be looking for you?
Temple of Desna.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know where that is.
Yeah. It's a good meetup point for if we meet up with him at some point.
Okay.
Familiar with you.
All right. Thank you very much.
No problem. Praise the Omi Day.
Where's
And to you.
Desna?
And to you. Okay.
He says as he munches on sun chips inside the temple. Where's Desna?
I can definitely see Robin like, I had to stop by a vendor and get some chips first.
There's a kettle corn vendor outside. This place is awesome. I miss home.
There are, you are actually close to an area in the city where it's a little bit touristy, but it's not too bad. It's right next to the docks.
Okay.
So there are small food vendors and things all around. There's little kitsch shops and trying to sell you shit that you don't really need.
I spend money on food. And I'm just eating chips inside the temple. Be like,
Yeah, it's like
oh, so clean.
a copper piece. It's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah,
He's doing it just
Strict-
for your disrespect.
I know.
Okay. Anyways.
Can you please eat those outside? You're making a really big mess on the floor.
I'll do that. Have fun with this.
I apologize for my friend. I hope that does not reflect badly on the rest of us. His lack of manners.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Caius is downstairs making us wait on him. So.
Well, anyways, so we leave the temple. Okay. Since Caius is preoccupied, do we want to
What
go?
are we going to do here?
Well, we need to ask around about the Ebon Feathers. So we should probably.
Is this a split up job or is
No,
it a group?
So we know that was the carriage
Yeah.
where the jewel was smuggled away, and it was on the way, had their crest on the carriage. So we know that's where they were going.
Here?
The
The Ebon
Ebon Feathers. That's why we know the name.
Because they were about to sell it to him or something.
We don't. No, I don't think so.
Where,
I don't know.
where
This was
did
a
we
while-
talk about the Ebon Feathers?
This was a while ago.
Oh, notes.
410.
Oh,
A while
wow.
ago. I'm telling you, this was a very long time ago.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it was when I talking
Yeah,
about.
I know.
Aldrin, Ebon Feather.
So we have a name.
Abdrick Ebon Feather.
Nice.
Can I read it first?
As we're sitting on the corner, Sean's going into memory recall.
Right.
Although I think in Robin's case, she would probably have a little notepad,
Uh-huh.
as much as she forgets things.
Yeah.
It was that Bee Queen woman. It was right after my dream.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Can you put these on the other side of you?
No. Slick back hair and a pencil mustache.
That was the guy that was carrying the orb.
Mm. Eden Ebon Feather house is there for sword play. That's all I got.
She didn't have much on them.
No.
That's fine.
Oh,
Hmm.
there was an Ed and Feather there heading to Sac. It might have been. Wait, the guy that stole the orb might have been Ed and Feather?
Well, I came. What?
We
Came
think
here
that the
in a
Ebon
carriage,
Feathers
yeah.
might be working in
Cahoots?
cahoots with Corvus to take the
I
orb.
think it was them that took it.
That's what we're saying.
You know, like cahoots and like having like hiring outside sources for you. I mean, it's rich families.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's fine. Anyway, so we want to go ask around, see if we can find out any information, like, you know, what kind of trade they're in, and
We can do that.
okay. So we look for
Group effort or just do that?
group is fine.
Group is fine.
Yeah.
Intimidation checks.
Don't think you need to be just intimidating people, but you know, we can look around for like a bar. You know, it's a good place to collect information.
Yeah, fine.
Sound
We
good.
had the local pub inn thing.
Looking for like a tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We should come up with aliases.
Oh yeah, super down.
I'm gonna stay out of this one. If you guys feel the need to come up with aliases, go ahead. I'm pretty certain I'm gonna get recognized no matter what.
That's fair.
Probably.
I mean, yeah.
Just a fawn walking around.
I mean, you could wear a dress or something to cover your weird legs.
We have the gold. You want to wear a nice dress?
Do you want to feel pretty?
Do
today?
you really see this in a dress?
You want to feel pretty today?
I mean, as you're walking around, you're looking around, and there are people of all races here. There's dwarves, elves. You see a couple of tieflings, which are like half demons or half devils. So they've got like red skin or blue skin or purple skin with horns. You're not the only horned person here.
Yeah. See.
You are the only person with goat legs.
You're unique.
I'm not ashamed of that.
No, I don't think you should
We
be.
can whore you out for an expensive price.
I'm just saying there's no reason for me to come up with an alias.
That's fine.
They're gonna know exactly who we are.
Okay.
My alias is Burt Reynolds.
No, too soon.
No, it's an honor.
Okay, Bert, you and Ernie, come along.
Ooh, called you Ernie.
Wow,
You're Ernie.
that was cold. That's fine.
Well, there you go. This is your idea. Remember
Can
that.
this be Mr. Beaker?
Mr. Beaker? That's Muppet.
So,
Beaker is Muppet.
I know.
Sesame
Mr.
Street was
Hooper?
done by Jim Henson too.
Hmm?
Sesame Street was done by Jim Henson too.
Yeah, but different. They didn't have Beaker meeting.
Kermit
up
was on
with-
both.
Yeah, Kermit was. You didn't have Beaker.
But what does
meeting
it
up
matter?
with-
Can't I just be Beaker? You go, meet.
Not fun. Yeah. You thought you wanted to communicate with everyone by being me.
Boys, why am I always stuck in the middle of this?
I don't know. Anyways, we go.
Anyway, I, Mr. Burt Reynolds, head off to the pub.
Okay. You know where there is one close.
Mhm.
It's kind of a quieter spot. You walk by it and you don't actually see a bustling like people inside. It's actually a staircase with a big hand pointing down. And it's called the Sunken Brew.
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
Let's go.
Alright, so we head in.
Okay, you go downstairs. It's about a flight down. It's about a story down. You get in, and it is bustling down there, but you have to like open a door to go in. And once you do, the noise hits you. It's a little warm down there because there's no there's not a lot of ventilation. But it's homey. It's comfy. There's a human behind the bar serving up beer. There's tavern wenches running around, busy. It's not packed, but it is busy enough that it might be hard to find like a table on your own.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna head to the bar.
Okay.
Get a couple of pints.
Okay.
And I look. Is there any open seats at the bar I can sit down at? Or...
Bar's not really made for sitting at.
Okay.
It's like it looks like a kitchen window basically
Got it.
that he's handing out stuff, and there's tables all over the place. Some of them are half full, some of them are full. There's a couple of booths. There is one like that would probably seat like 2 or 3 people. That's kind of like people are about to leave.
Okay. Okay.
Can I do? This is gonna be really out there and random.
Okay.
Can I do a perception check to see if I know anyone from here, from back?
So you're looking around to see if you recognize anyone. Okay, go ahead.
18.
Okay. Well, you know Gerald. You've been around here long enough that you know Gerald,
the
the barkeep.
bartender?
Yeah. And he's always telling you if you know the bartender, you know everybody there.
Yay! Back from my drinking days before I had the day.
Yeah, no problem.
Before I almost got killed because I was drunk.
Almost let his friends get killed.
Yeah.
Either or.
You haven't been here in a little while.
I'm gonna
so,
go talk to Gerald.
Okay.
And buy him a drink if he can drink.
Oh. Yeah, I can drink.
Okay.
Gerald!
How are you?
I missed you.
I have been here.
Yeah. I'm surprised you could pay the tab, even though like I haven't been buying drinks here, obnoxiously.
Don't worry, we get enough business, but barely, I guess.
I got really drunk one day and almost let people die. It was funny.
That's a good joke. Okay, yeah, that's great.
Hi. What's up?
How you been? Where you been?
You know, questing, saving the world.
Really?
NBD.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I've just been here working for Tenwell, going on like 8 years now.
The Tamlo?
Yeah, the owner.
What's the last name?
Full Brew.
Really? Do
Yeah.
I know like Ebon Feathers or like Dungharks? Dunhark?
I mean, we all know about them.
No. You know anything about the Ebon Feathers?
Well, I mean, they have a hand in a lot of businesses in Sacramento, and they've been vying for the mayor position for a while now.
Oh, mayor. We're
Yeah.
trying to run this place.
Yeah, well, but the Dunharks stole it out from them last election, so
Ooh, girl, they're probably pissed then.
there was a couple of murmurs about it, but they keep to themselves when it comes to that stuff. They're in the spotlight most of the time, so they kind of keep quiet about their personal opinions.
Interesting. So if things went bad here, then all the heat would go on the Dunharks, probably.
Well, I mean, he is the mayor, but as far as I've heard so far, he keeps his family separate from his work.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you.
I mean, I'm not one to talk politics, so you didn't hear that from me.
I didn't hear from you. Hear what?
Well, here, let's have a shot together for old time's sake.
Yay!
Then he downs it and then goes back to work.
Okay. Hey guys. Apparently, the Ebon Feathers lost out on the mayor candidate to the Dunharks. I think they might be trying to sabotage the entire city because to make the Dunharks look bad. It is a rival family.
Makes sense. They could also be trying to use the Orb's power to, get political sway in some way, or did you have there's an election coming up? I know
The election just happened.
election just happened.
Mhm.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. You say that there was a bunch of tables around.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just pop down?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. We find like a kind of open table. It's got a couple people sitting there.
Yeah.
Approach, ask if I can sit down. and-
Yeah, they're kind of talking to each other, kind of ignoring everybody else. It's a big table, so they don't care if
They don't
people
care.
sit down
Alright.
as long as they're not too close.
All right, I sit down. Just mind my own business, keeping my ears open.
Okay. What are you listening for?
Any mention of either the Dunhards, the Ebon Feathers, anything weird that's been going on? Mentions of the fog potentially. It's
Okay.
possible signs of corruption. Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll the knowledge local to see if you can pick out from the crowd what you're looking for.
Mm. 21.
21. Okay. As far as the fog is concerned, you hear a little bit of murmuring about it. There's a couple of sailors at one table that you kind of hear a murmur of like, weirdest thing ever. Things kept coming out of the water. We had to push them over with our paddles, but we made it up the river. You hear another like couple of people, the people across from you actually, kind of like, oh, Mr. Dunhark is so amazing. I mean, if I was his wife, I'd be set for life. But those kids, they're crazy. the Ebon Feathers you don't really hear much about. They're not really like hot topic on everybody's lips,
Mm-hmm.
and you kind of get the feeling that people are talking about everything else but that.
But them, like it's on purpose.
On purpose.
Almost. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Not that, like they're being paid to, but
Yeah.
because they just it's a sore
They don't want
subject.
to talk about it. I understand. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Okay.
Hanging out the tavern for a little while.
Yeah. Hang out for the time a little bit, see if we can hear anything else, and
Okay.
then maybe like an hour we'll regroup.
Are you with them?
I'm just kind of sitting over in the corner, just kind of listening, just kind of watching, knowing that the two of them are probably going to get themselves into some trouble.
Okay. You see people go in. You see people go out. You see a couple of people meet up. I don't know how long you're, like an hour, 2 hours, something like that.
An hour and a half.
Yeah, a couple hours go by, and you kind of get the same thing over and over again. It happened about a week ago, so it's not like the hot topic anymore.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But yeah, you watch people, and it's kind of the same thing, in and out for about a couple of hours. You see a taller, thin, elven woman with black hair kind of walk through and occasionally stop at a table and chat with someone and smile and then move on to another table. And she does that for about 20 minutes and then moves into the back again. And walks around to talk to Gerald real quick, and he smiles and nods, and then she disappears into the back of the tavern. But other than that, nothing else. It's a tavern. People are talking about getting drunk, playing games, who's going to be playing tonight.
All that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Any sports? Or
Sports
anything?
ball?
Playing as in, like, who's going to be singing or playing instruments here tonight.
Yeah, I understand. Hey,
I can see
Rob?
you guys are not up for it.
yeah. Hey,
Distraction!
no, hey, Robin, you know the bartender, right?
Oh no, I got it. I get what you are throwing down, sir.
I'm good.
Do-
If you want a
do you?
distraction, how about you do your stand-up act?
Do you
No, but then I wouldn't be able to ask Gerald who that black-haired elf woman was. That's
your
what you're
friend.
getting at, right?
Mhm, yeah, that's.
He's
yeah,
your friend.
I
Do
think
it anyways.
Yeah.
Just go buy him another shot.
I don't know.
He's been
We
working for the
have-
last 2
we
hours.
have a
He's pretty far ahead.
bard here.
I don't think we need a distraction. If he's your friend, you can just go ask.
We put up a bard that does a good ass performance. We can probably get information from anyone because you just be like, oh my god, you're that guy that sang. You did such a good job.
You're overestimating your crowd base.
Yeah.
They're drunk patrons, and we have a professional.
They're
bard.
working class.
At this point, you're a drunk patron. Go talk to your friend.
Oh.
Let me finish my notes.
Take away her book.
Oh, it's starting not to make sense anymore. I don't understand why I keep writing and it's not making sense.
Okay. So I go up to Gerald.
Okay.
I'm like, hey Gerald, who was that dark-haired elf woman?
That was Tanlo,
Who's Tamlo?
the owner.
The owner.
You know, the one that I was talking about earlier?
Girl. If I didn't have my trusty journal, I wouldn't remember anything.
She sounds like the old Robin.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Oh, by the way, that kid came in asking for you again.
What kid?
The kid that you were kind of going out with right before you left.
Who?
Oh, I don't remember his name.
Was it an elf in Go-Go? Because I had a bad experience.
I mean, you would remember better than me. But you came in here with him a few times, and then you left, I guess, on this mission that you went on, and he's been asking for you.
Is he here?
Nope. Nope, he doesn't come in until the weekend.
What day is it?
It's probably like a Wednesday.
Okay. You know where he is? Where he lives?
Nope. I just serve him drinks every so often.
What does he get?
Ale
Okay.
and a shot of whiskey.
We might have to wait.
Narrow that down.
we might have to wait here until the weekend.
Fine, we can still do some snooping.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to leave the tavern?
Thanks.
Yeah. Have a good one. Hope to see you later.
Thank you, Gerald. Okay, so we leave. And from the stuff I'd overheard, it appears that the Dunkirk?
Duneharts?
Duneharts. I keep wanting to say Dunkirk. The Duneharts, that's the movie.
Oh yeah. Harry Styles.
I know. It appears, people seem to really like Mayor Dunehard. It seems like a good family, but apparently the kids are a little wild. Not that really means anything, but that's just the information.
Kids from a rich family, crazy.
I know, right? I know.
Can't write this shit.
Yeah, so that's what I've found so far.
Same.
Okay.
Poop sticks. I forgot her name. The owner.
Tanlil.
Tanlil.
After all
Tanlil.
that, you didn't write that in your little trusty journal?
Someone was rushing me. The owner, that dark help.
Yeah,
Dark
Tanlil Full Brew. Stupid elves and their complicated names.
I know.
But I mean,
Why
like,
can't they all have normal names like
very,
Sylvanas?
very specific names, like Full Brew. I own a bar.
Maybe her family's owned bars for years.
Yeah.
That album name that you were asking about is Cannibal Full Brew.
Okay. Perfect.
Elves know each other.
I know.
But I'm not the full elf.
It's kind of racist.
No. Elves are a race.
No, I was just saying that they're trying to name her. I was asking about
I know. Thank you.
Girl, don't come for me right now. Don't be all like elitist full elf on your like little half elf person.
That's fair. I apologize. Okay.
You feel a racial stereotype.
Where do we want to check out next? Maybe go down by the port, or we gotta figure out something on these people.
It's about like 2 o'clock in the evening or 2 o'clock in the afternoon right now.
It's early.
I've got like the only thing I can think about is going to like City Hall or something and asking like political officers how the trade is doing ever since the Duneharts came into the power, because like we're seemingly no one's gonna talk about the Eden Feathers.
That's fine. Oh, yeah, let's go down to City Hall and see what we can find. Look at
Or
some
like
public
if we can go to
records.
the trade on the river because that's where they control.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do either or split up and do it.
I mean, I'd say stick together.
Okay. Yeah, let's
Thoughts?
I'm just looking after you guys.
So no thoughts.
No thoughts here.
let's
I'm,
let's
wondering what's
Super.
going on with Kais at this point. My mind's a little
Guys,
astray.
guys decided to pray all day.
That's fine. And you can do that.
Praying the gay away. All day.
By the way, has anyone checked on Luna lately?
Oh, that necro... No, the not
Luna.
necrophilia.
What's her name?
Necromancy.
There we go. Too many
Lua.
names.
Necromancy.
No, I haven't seen Luann.
You're closest to the way. You should be like on that.
Yeah, you left her in your room.
Yeah.
She was asleep when you left.
Yeah, she was sleeping when we left. We can go back and check on her, see how she's doing. Yeah, let's go. Okay.
So you go back?
Yeah, let's go back.
Okay.
Okay. You go back, and there is actually a note on your door that asks you to meet with Falcor again. All of you.
Okay.
So you go in. Lue's not there.
Okay.
Um,
She's a strong, independent woman.
yeah, she's not there right now.
Okay. Well, we should go. Shan't keep Falcor waiting.
Yeah.
Let's head over to her office.
His
office.
Just assume his gender.
I did.
he's an elf. You never know.
It's true.
He's not a big white dragon that flies around with a Treyu on his back, so he's just an elf. You get to the office, and there is a woman standing outside. And you've seen women like this before, but only once. She's got dark fur, and she's got a pointed nose, and she's got a big bushy tail behind her, with little fox ears. She's a kitsune, similar to the lantern maker. She's wearing a very nice blouse that is cinched to the top. It's open enough that you can see some of her cleavage, and a thin skirt. And she stands up straighter as you walk in, or as you walk down the hall, and looks at you. Well, thank goodness you're on time at least. Oh yeah, sorry.
I thought they just got a phone call at the temple.
Sorry, no, it's time for Talks Machina. Talk show. Good. I'm glad you're here. I had Falcor leave you a note. We need to talk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, I am Robin.
I'm Mila.
Mila.
Sylvanas, pleasure.
Nice to meet you. I've heard all about you. There should be 4 of you.
One of the Caius, the paladin, he's praying right now in his own temple.
All right. Well, you'll have to fill him in later then.
That's totally acceptable. We can do that.
Okay.
As long as it not falls under my responsibility.
That's fine. Yeah, absolutely. What can we do for you?
Well, can we go someplace private?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, absolutely.
So we're not meeting with Falcor?
Oh, no, it was just to get you here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
That sounds great. Bert, break out your pad.
We got your pad.
He's ready.
Yes, can we use your cell, or is there a place that you have that you like to speak?
I mean, this is your temple.
Cell works.
Okay.
Perfect.
So you lead her back to your cell. It's a little bit crowded.
Well, it's intimate.
Yes.
The realtor would say.
Yeah. There's a bed and no place else to sit.
Well, it's just stand.
And I'm sorry. There's a stool and a table. So yeah. But either way. So, my name is Mila Tenya. I am the mayor's personal assistant, and I have been sent to fetch you for the mayor. He needs to speak with you immediately.
Okay. Do you have any more information on what's regarding, or just wait till we meet him?
I do, and I have been given leave to tell you a little bit about it before we get there, so you're not totally unprepared. We have spies in San Francisco. We've heard about what you've done. We also heard that you were on your way here for some reason. And the fact that you didn't stay and celebrate and left immediately brings us to think that there is something wrong. And we want to be able to help as much as possible. What?
This is Sean. I can see Bert sitting there now.
Well, he gave Mila his real name.
Well, I mean, they know. They're
Yeah.
they know who we are.
Yeah.
No reason to use Burt Reynolds' name in vain.
We'd like to help you because in helping you, you will be helping us as well.
Okay. Yes.
No, we're gonna go meet him.
Yeah, absolutely.
RM.
All right.
Talking about lead, like, it literally fell in our lap.
Yeah.
All right. So you follow her out, and there is a carriage waiting outside. It's a decent carriage. It's not like super fancy or anything. She's a civil servant. She doesn't have a lot of money. You get in. She sits there very quietly, she's actually looking over some of her notes too. She pulls out a notepad and
Oh, I
starts
see you
going
have
through.
a notebook as well.
Well, I can't remember everything.
Exactly, me too. I can't remember anything.
It takes you about an hour
Hosting.
to get to City Hall, and as you get into sight of City Hall, you turn the corner, and there is a long, grassy area about a mile long. It's about 400 feet wide, and at the end of it is a very large building, very similar to City Hall in San Francisco, but a little bit wider, a little bit taller. The columns are a little bit thicker. And you can tell that this is definitely a place of power. They made it to look imposing so that it would ward off the people who probably shouldn't be there. You finish going down the mile, and there are people in the lawn area actually having picnics and meetings, and all along each side there are people in robes and business attire for this area running in and out of the buildings. It's very busy down here. You get to the doors, and as you get to them, it's a very long stairway up. You get to them, and they're very large, ornate brass doors that are open. She leads you through a maze of corridors, all the way to the back of the building, into a very large office. Large mahogany desk, bookshelves everywhere. In front of the desk is what looks like a coffee table and some very comfy couches. She wanders over to a bookshelf and pulls a book open and motions for you to sit on the couches. And as she pulls the book back, the bookcase swings open and she disappears behind it.
Secret staircase.
Okay. Yeah, so we're just waiting here.
We just wait.
Can we agree to maybe not divulge everything, but
Yeah.
just what we need?
We are their enemies.
Yeah. That's
Like,
fine.
as you said, we don't want to be cozying up to the enemy.
Yeah.
The people that we're trying to find.
That's fine.
Even though it's a situation where like the enemy of my enemy is my
Well,
friend.
yeah, but they are not necessarily our friends, so that's not necessary.
Enemy of our enemy.
I understand the saying. Doesn't necessarily make it true though, all the time. You know, these are politicians, can't usually be trusted.
Okay.
Okay.
Look around the room.
Yeah,
Perception?
No.
You're having a conversation in your room.
No,
we're in City Hall now.
we're in
Oh,
City
sorry,
Hall.
move. It's further. Sorry, I was behind.
Whoa, bro. God.
What are you
Yeah.
looking for?
I'm just looking around the room. Nothing particular.
I mean, it's a very.
Is there a
It's,
desk in front of her with papers?
That's not.
there's no papers. There are like stacks of papers on the desk. Yeah.
Nothing we could read.
I mean, if you want to get up and try to read them.
Probably not.
Probably. Yeah.
I mean, if you walk around a little bit and you kind of glance at the papers, they're very political in nature,
That's fine.
as in they backtalk on each other, like
Mm-hmm.
it backtalks on itself so much that it just gets confusing after a little while.
I understand.
Okay.
And after about 10 minutes, Mila comes back in, and a dwarf walks in behind her in very nice robes, beard down to a little past his chest, red with a couple gray streaks in it, in braids, in 2 large braids, one on each side, with gold rings at the bottom of each one. His hair is pulled back into a tight ponytail. He doesn't look old, but he looks wizened. It looks like he's been doing this for a while.
Okay.
Not this specific job, but he's been working his whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows that you kind of sort of like, have a seat, we need to talk.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's come to my attention that something's been going on in this city, something that's not supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard about all your exploits, or most of your exploits in San Francisco, from what our spies have been telling us, along with some of the city leaders. They've sent us missives letting us know that you were on your way. We would like to do anything we can to help, because apparently your coming has brought something wrong to Sacramento. There's a fog bank surrounding the entire city.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it.
It's not our coming. Like, we came here because of the fact that the fog is in here, and like.
So you knew about the fog.
Didn't know about it until we like decided to come like on our way here and got lost in it.
Well, why are you here then?
We have reason to believe a item of power may have been taken from San Francisco and brought to this city.
Do you have any idea where it might be?
We have some ideas.
We're investigating further at the moment.
Exactly.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a bluff for me.
Who? All of us?
No, just Sylvanas.
$20.
Okay. Mila leans over and whispers into his ear real quick. I see. All right then. Let me put it this another way. I can help you get what you want if you tell me the truth.
We have reason to believe that the Ebon Feathers may be involved.
All right. That might make sense since they just lost the election and they need something to come back with. I don't know why they would use something of power to get it. As far as, is this thing magic or is it a beast?
It is magic, and we have reason to believe it may be causing corruption, maybe even cause the fog bank around the city. As it caused it caused a lot of corruption in the city of San Francisco.
Okay. Do you know what this object is?
Yes. We have ran into similar items in the past when we were in there. We believe it may be some sort of magical item.
All right. Do you know how it came to be here?
Smuggled it here.
Yes.
We don't know who.
We don't know who smuggled it here.
All right.
However, we did see a suspicious character in an ebon feather carriage.
Can you describe what this character looks like?
Yes.
He was tall,
Pencil mustache.
pencil mustache, black hair, black cloak.
Reach to the right.
Hair.
Slick black hair and a pencil mustache. What's up, that?
All right. He leans back and he kind of does this, and Mila leans down and he kind of whispers in her ear, and she walks out of the room. Well, if the Ebon Feathers have this thing, it's going to be very difficult to get to it. Their compound is a little bit more fortified than we'd like, but there's nothing we can do about it due to their political and commercial power in this city. But there may be a way. In about 5 days, they're having a ball. More like a costume ball, really. And they've invited most of the political heads of the city, along with heads of family. Anyone with power, basically, is going to be there. And unfortunately, it would be rude to say no. To that end, you need an invitation to get in. And I can get one for 2 of you, but not for the rest. Other than that, you'd have to figure out how to get in yourselves. My assistant might be able to help you in that direction. She should be back in a few minutes. I will let you speak with her alone to see what she can do. But you have 5 days to prepare for this, if you're interested.
Yes, we would be definitely interested in this potential plan.
All right. Well, I have work to do.
Of course, Mr. Mayor.
Ooh.
If there's anything you need, let Mila know, and we will do our best. Yes.
I just wanted to do a sense motive
Okay.
on this, because I don't trust him.
Either.
15.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
He seems to be genuinely concerned about
This would
what
be
you
instead of like his-
brought into the city,
Okay.
and he wants to help you fix it.
Okay. And if this was like
That's fine.
a double bluff to make it seem like they're okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Mila comes in and she leads you out of the room into the antechamber. And you see him sit behind the desk and start reading those awful documents and start signing things. So it looks like you need my help.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's talk. She leads you into another small, it looks like her office, and the piles of paper are even bigger. There's shit everywhere, which it looks
Busy
like,
in her office.
yeah, it looks like he dumps most of his work on her.
Standard.
Yeah. And she's like, give me a moment, and she picks up some papers out of chairs, moves them to another, shuffles them somewhere else, and invites you to sit down. So getting into the Ebon Feathers.
Yes.
I think that Caius and I should take the invitation
Have you ever been to a ball?
No. But
Someone who comes from.
no, that's what I was getting at. Is that you come from wealth and royalty, and you have status as a name and from a mining company. So you might be able to get a date for that already has an invitation, because you are
Can we see what she has to
Yeah,
offer
I agree.
first?
We're fine.
Yeah.
Before you go and invite yourself and exclude us from the ball?
You're not trying to exclude.
And we have 5 days to plan, anyways.
Right.
Right.
And I would definitely suggest you check out their compound. You won't be able to get in. I will tell you that you need a special tattoo to get in. And unfortunately, it's magical. The servants are chosen very, very specifically. The only way in and out without one is through the front gate, and you have to have an invitation to do that. They charm their invitations. If any of you are good at magic and can decipher the charm, that might be a possibility. I can tell you that I have, and she reaches back behind her, a forged invitation, if you can make it look real. But other than that, I can't help you, except with information. And there is one person I know that might be able to help you inside.
So
She's small. Huh?
We don't have any invitations. Legit invitations.
We have one legit invitation
with a +1,
with a +1.
and then we have one forged that we need for.
Yes, and it is specifically for the mayor's guests. For them, for a guest and their +1 to go along with the mayor.
Okay.
It's a costume ball, so you will need costumes. Make them classy. I will let you know that the society around here is very about quality and not quantity. The more you spend on a costume and what it's made out of determines how good of a costume it is, not what it looks like. Other than that, they want to be able to tell who they're talking to. I will tell you about the family, though. The head of the family is a Tengu named...
Wait, a Tengu's not his name?
No, that's what he is.
That's his race.
What's in a Tengu?
A Tengu. He's a crow.
The
He's
crow
a humanoid
person.
crow.
Is it head of the Ebon Feathers?
He is a Tengu that is head of the Ebon Feathers. His name is Krog. And he rules alongside his wife, Aiko. Aikio. Now, Krog is an accomplished accomplished swordsman. He wields dual blades, and I would not want to go up against him. He's very dangerous with his blades. Lady Aiko is an outgoing and gracious host. She will hear your name once and know it forever. She knows everyone in the city. She is also very dangerous. They don't have any children as of yet, but Tengus live for a little while, so they still have possibilities. They have an elite guard that are just theirs alone. Depending on how many taxes you pay in the city, determines how many guards you can have, and they have a force of about 20 guards that they train themselves in their own style. It would be impossible to impersonate a guard unless you learn their style, and I doubt in 5 days you can do that. Their compound is surrounded by a wall, and beyond that, I will have to talk to some of my contacts and see what I can find. But I would definitely suggest someone goes and checks it out, looks around, scopes out the place. You have plenty of time. But try to do it very inconspicuously, because they are very good at watching.
Awesome.
About that stealth.
Thank you for all this information.
If there's anything you need, let me know.
Absolutely. Where would you recommend we go looking for costumes?
Oh, easy enough.
Easy enough.
Yes, there's a couple places around town. I just
Who's
don't
that
have them
person that
written
you
down.
said we should talk to?
That's
I
for-
have to actually speak to her
That's
first,
for Becca.
and then I will send her to you.
Okay.
She's very shy, and it is very dangerous.
Monday, and it's in 5 days.
Mhm.
Okay.
As far as costumes go, I would actually tell you to go see Kamamiya Goldworthy. She's a halfling in downtown. She's only a few blocks away. She's a goldsmith and a jeweler, but if you can get the right jewelry, she can send you to the right place.
Okay.
I mean, not to be crass, guys, but where can we buy some
Yeah.
extra gold
Yeah.
jewels?
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
Gold jewels?
Well, I will also remind you that you have the clothes from the banquet from the Davidson district.
Hmm.
You were gifted clothes, and a lot of them have jewels in them.
It's from what?
When we were in the Davidson district, we went to that we went to a banquet.
With the dwarves a long time ago.
Yeah. We had them. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
If there's anything else you need, just let me know. Just send a messenger
Yeah,
to
okay.
City Hall.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sure we'll have questions as the days go by, and we will heed your information.
All right.
Thank you.
And she rushes you out and gets back to paperwork.
Okay. Do we want to go look at some costumes first? Devise a plan on how we want to maybe do some snooping.
Who's the best stealth?
It's getting to be
not
like
me.
it's starting to get dusk. It's about 7 o'clock in the evening.
So sleep on it, and we have Caius tomorrow?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, Caius and I are not the best stealthers.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. We can
But we should sleep on it.
we can call it and then start fresh in the morning. That's what we maybe get some dinner and hatch out some stuff.
Yeah, there's plenty of restaurants, or you can go back to the temple and they have meager but free fare.
I think we can afford to.
You're about to have to buy costumes.
That's
for
fine.
the ball.
Let's at least look at some prices.
Why don't I just get free shit?
I'm not gonna argue with this.
Seriously, after dealing with you two all day, I need some rest.
That's fine.
Yeah, food isn't super expensive. Like a good meal is a gold
Doing with
piece.
someone who just
And that's
doesn't
like-
want to communicate with us at all either is super fun.
Okay. So we'll go and start fresh in the morning. We'll eat at the temple and check in with guys in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, let's go ahead and take a break real quick. Because I gotta pee. I know it's kind of early, but
That's fine.
we've got lots to do still.
We got Ocean's 11